Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it is still Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. It took me a kind of a second to realize that it was not Tuesday anymore. Alright, so I spend about an hour, because everyone should know by now that when I deleted all my books, that was a lot of money that vanished. No, I'm not saying a lot of money, but a nice piece. Um, so I did that. I explained why I did that in that one video that I did yesterday. Anyway, so I spent about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours looking through all the free cozy mystery books, and they were kind of divided. It's kind of weird that not only did I get like Kobo Plus books, which I expected, but I also got books that you had to pay for. And I was saying to myself, how is this free cozy mysteries when you got to pay for it? I mean, even I consider it a free book if you can read it on Kobo Plus. So, anyways, so I was like, you know, I don't understand the algorithms like thing with that, but still, I did find plenty of books that you have to pay for that I'm interested in reading, but that is going to be a long way away, and if I can get it from the library, I will do it. So, anyways, so I found like a whole bunch of like cozy mysteries, like a total of like I have like a total of like 25 books in my on my reader. So that's a pretty good amount. I know it's kind of breaking what I said that I'm only going to focus on like 6 books, but they were too tempting to ignore, and I just went ahead and got them. And hey, if it gets me to read more from an author, I think that's great. But what I really like when authors do make their first book free, especially, well, for me, is I can test out the writing style, and everything. I'd be like, oh, okay, great. I really like how this author writes, so I'm going to pick up the next book. And that's just how I am. But speaking of authors that I have never tried, I just finished a book entitled Fit to be French Fried by Celia King. I can't pronounce the name. So, there it is. Okay, there it is. So this was the book that I could not pronounce the name of it. Um, so um, see here. Um, so let's see here. Um, so I'm gonna go back to like chapter 1. Um, see here. Okay, name is Felicity. Okay, I figured it out. Alright. Alright, so anyways, so let's get back to the review. So, her name is Felicity, and she owns a food truck. And it's in this, sorry, It is in this part of the little like town that she's in, where a lot of elderly people live. So you have a lot of like assisted living homes. You have, well, so you have one assisted living home that's mentioned. You have like the old folks home. I guess that'd be considered assisted living. But the one that is in here is for like able-bodied older people, older Americans. And you have this woman called, I believe her name is Irma, and she's the victim, though she's not the dead body. There's no dead body in this book. There's no dead body in this book, which is different than a lot of books I've read. Like, generally there's a dead body. And so, they're busy, she's talking to other people and stuff like that. And there's an ambulance, and then there is a patrol, I think it's like, I think she wrote in here 2 patrol cars. And so, basically, she goes to see what's going on and finds out that the woman who doesn't buy food but drinks her water is the one who is the victim. And so, she, even though she's not the prime suspect and there's no murder, she kind of feels like that she's kind of obligated to figure out what's going on, okay? And for somebody who is a public nuisance, because this is what the victim happened to be, she feels kind of bad that this woman was attacked. But as this story progresses on, Felicity realizes there's a lot more to why Irma was attacked than just that she was attacked. And the thing about it is that she's got an assistant called, I think his name is Abe, or if I have that wrong, please, dear author, don't get mad. No, it's Ernie. He makes a comment that, because their fryer was, like, out of commission. So Ernie comes back in the morning to fix it, and sure enough, there is a object in there, and it turns out to be this melted mass of plastic that happened to be the victim's bag. And sure enough, inside her bag is money, which means she could afford to get something to eat. Anyways, things progress on, and we find out that there's a little bit of blackmail and a lot of anger. A lot of anger. Alright, so these are 1-hour cozy mysteries, and the second book is only 89 cents. That's a deal. Trust me, that's a deal. That is a deal. And so I enjoyed it. It's a nice, quick book. You can do it in one setting. There was like 8 chapters in this book. And I was like, dang, it's not a bad little bitty book. I mean, you obviously can't read it physically, so you have to read it digitally, but this was a good book. It was free, but it was good, and I enjoyed it. So I will be picking up the second book probably like later on today if I get paid, or tomorrow or Friday. One of the two. I'm actually considering going ahead and getting not just book 2, but 3 and 4, because all of them are like under $1. So it's not going to put me in the poorhouse if I spend 89 cents per little tiny little book. But yeah, sometimes authors will have these really tiny little books, and that's just, hey, it's a little quick, cozy mystery. Alright, so let's mark this as alright, so I'm going to be getting a text from them saying, hey, you marked it as read. And sure enough, it says, you marked fit to be French fried as finished bi Kobo. Yeah, and this is tap to leave a rating or review. Alright, so I have... Oh, no, it's actually 24 books, not 25 books. So yeah, yeah, here. So let's see here. Oh, Alright, so one of the books that I happened to get was Lucy Doyle Bookshop. Books 1 through 9. So there's like 9 cozy mysteries for free that I was able to pick up. I did pick up the Cornish Wedding Murder, which I have it on my Nook. So let's go. I also have a library book. I actually checked out a library book. Let's see here. Which one should I? Because I don't really have a lot of books. I just have like 24 books. Well, actually, if I look at it, I've got 22 books. Let's see. And which one should I choose? Alright, I'm going to... even the little tiny bit I've got is still a feeling of choice, which is always good. Alright. Because when I'm done with the Sherlock Holmes one, I'll start on this one because it's a library book. So how about this one? This is a cozy mystery sampler. And that's what it looks like. This is free previews. So yeah, okay, this is interesting. There's like 3 chapters in each of them. So, alright. The Crafty Killing. Alright. So this is kind of weird. The first chapter is just copyright, which is, like, weird. I do not understand why that's the first chapter. The second one is... okay, so it says, thank you for downloading Loring Parlette's Cozy Mystery Sampler. In it, you will find first few chapters of Loring's Cozy Mysteries to try out. Okay, so I actually... so she's the author of the Booktown Mysteries, which is really cool. I want to see if I can see if they have it. They have the Booktown, because I really want to read those on my Kobo, but I could also just easily borrow from the library. So this is the Victoria Squares mystery, and it says, okay, so yeah. So, I'm going to read that next, and I will tell you what I personally think about her sample. Yeah, so that is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I am reading all of these free little books that I got on my Kobo, and definitely am going to, I may just go ahead and check out the first book in the Booktown series, and then what I'll just do is I will just so this will be like the third time you're reading it, which is awesome. And then what will happen is I'll just go from there. Okay, that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.